Hello, this project is regarding bomb diffusing robot by laser beam. Typically, the robotic functions like forward movement, backward movement, left, right are achieved by using motors on a body to achieve the desired movement. And the components that you use is first a power supply, we have a battery, and then we have a blocking diode. By chance, suppose the battery is reversed, the blocking diode serves the purpose of any reversal of the DC power supply. We have got a filter capacitor here, because any noise, if at all being superimposed, would be filtered here. And then we have a voltage regulator IC here, which gives 7805, which delivers 5 volt at its output, because 5 volt is required for the microcontroller and for all associated circuits. And then this 5 volt is fed to the microcontroller, and the microcontroller has got certain standard connections like the crystal, these capacitors, and then the reset. They are all explained separately. And then it is interfaced to two motor driver IC is called L293D. This is one motor driver IC. This also is another motor driver IC. The function of the motor driver IC in respect to the motors used are also explained in separate audios. So we would now concentrate on as to how the input is fed to the motor driver IC and then the motors operate. As we know, that is got enable 1 and 2 and enable 3 and 4. Enable 1 and 2 means for input 1 and 2, enable 3 and 4 meaning for input 3 and 4. And as we discussed in our motor driver IC earlier, that this input 1 and input 2, the output 1 and output 2 relates to this input, and output 3 and output 4 relates to this input. These input conditions are coming out from the microcontroller based on the data received. Now we'll see how we receive the data. Before that, we also have one more motor driver IC, which is also connected in similar fashion to two motors. These pair of motors take care of the forward movement, backward movement, left, right, and these two take care of the pick and place arrangement, where one motor is meant for picking and one motor is meant for the arm. And as far as this is the receiver unit, we have a transmitter unit for this also, and in the receiver unit we have a receiving module. It's a 433 megahertz receiving module which receives data in its antenna, serial data, and the data is coming out. This is the module, this 8 pin, 4 plus 4 8 pin, and this comes out from this module and is being fed to a decoder IC called HT12D. This decoder IC receives serial data in this pin and sends in these 4 pins the 4-bit output to the microcontroller. These are addressable pins which we are not using, and they are all grounded. Addressable pin meaning we can even change the address of these, which we can separately learn sometime, so that different units can be used at the same place without any conflicting activity on one upon the other. That means if this has a different address, the transmitter will be sending in the same address, so that any other device is not responding based on the transmitter data. Now on the output front, we also have one output which is driving a switching transistor, and the switching transistor is activating a laser pen. A laser pen is used instead of a real laser, which is damaging, So we have taken a laser pen here, and this laser pen will throw the laser light. And in short, what happens when the command comes from there to move both of them in the forward direction, they both move in the forward direction, or they both move in the reverse direction, or if it is a question of arm and place, so one is the up and down and one is the arm open and arm closed. So based on the command received, it picks up the bomb from one place, takes it to another place, and then this is activated. So the laser pen is throwing a laser light on the suspected bomb, so that if it explodes, in real terms it is not going to explode, because neither we are going to give you a bomb nor a real laser pen. This is just notional, so as to understand how the technology works and it can be implemented in real life. So this is what is the functioning of this particular receiver section is concerned. We will now go over to the transmitting section.